What's up, guys? This is Kgabz The DJ, and you're watching Analogie Culture.
Angbo. Except with Digunjan.
Shapure.
Yeah, welcome to Analogie Culture.
Yeah, finally, bro. We've been missing each other.
Yeah, true enough. The show is basically meant to know and understand spinners in Cape Town.
Yeah.
You know, what they do, their brands, you know. And in this case, I'm lucky because a lot of the people I host on the show are literally producers and also event managers, if I should call it like that.
Yeah.
Or brand owners.
Yeah.
You know, and they do a lot of things here in Cape Town. Well, Kabza, where do you originate from?
Yo, bro, this story, everyone always asks me. So it's whenever I explain it, people think I'm crazy or I'm lying. So I was born and bred in Joburg.
Yeah.
Kotembisa.
Okay.
Then later moved to Limpopo. So that's where literally my life happened in Limpopo. That's where I got introduced to music, DJing. I don't know if that's storyline or no. My family is a musical family now. My family is way far from being a musical family.
Is it?
So yeah, I'm a guy, grew up in Limpopo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're saying your family is not one of those families that are music orientated, so when you decided I'm being driven to the music side, time I'm gonna become a DJ, what happened?
Funny thing, I didn't even tell them I want to be a DJ. So when I was in high school, I was part of the church, man. I was part of the youth leadership there, and the son of the church pastor started. Well, he was doing sound, so I was very intrigued by what's happening by the mixer. I've always been a tech guy, so
yeah.
Eventually I got into sound, taught myself how to do sound, and then I discovered, there's this thing called DJ.
Yeah.
Then we went to a party, and there was this guy who came with a PC. You remember, man? Gary Tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came there with his tower. I had virtual DJ, and he connected stuff, and I'm like, this is interesting. I saw him playing, and then I was like, dude, what's happening there? He's like, nah, I'm a DJ, blah blah. His name is Stuart. He's the guy who actually mentored me into DJing and stuff like that.
Okay.
So that's how I ended up getting into DJing and stuff, and we used to follow guys like Problem Child.
Yeah.
So I come from that.
This is happening in Limpopo or Tembisa?
Limpopo, yeah.
Okay, cool.
No, Tembisa, there was nothing musical happening.
Is it?
Yeah, no, this was Limpopo, man. So eventually, I got myself Automix. I don't know if you remember it, Automix MP3. Yeah, so I got myself Automix. Then I started teaching myself how to DJ while talking to Stuart on the side. Started doing like just playing for friends, for fun, testing and whatever. And then eventually it just grew up, man. It just became like part of my DNA.
Yeah. Okay. So what the parents force you to study? Because I know that happens a lot in terms of, I want to be a DJ, and they're like, nah. You're going to be a lawyer.
Nah, man. So my dad, when I told him, nah, bro, I want to do sound engineering, he's like, what, you want to be a DJ? I was like, no, man, I want to study sound engineering because it's something that I grew into. It became a passion of mine.
Yeah.
So Bona, coming from the old age, they thought, you want to be a DJ, that's why you can't do sound engineering. So eventually I ended up studying something that I did not like.
Yeah.
I ended up doing like multimedia and web development. I didn't enjoy. I graduated and everything, but I still ventured back into sound. I didn't even go work as a graphic. Never done work as a graphic designer. I've never ventured into multimedia, but I still do it now. Like I do my own posters and stuff.
Yeah. So
eventually, I continued getting into the DJ field. Started doing small events. Then I remember after high school, I bought my first sound.
Yeah.
And this friend of mine, the same guy who taught me how to DJ, Stuart, yeah. He had turntables and vinyls and stuff like that, so he sold them to me.
Okay.
So I had a whole setup in the house, started practicing on vinyls, mastered that out. Then I started doing like vinyl sessions in my yard.
Okay.
Like because Kgabz, there's no one who's gonna tell you you're making noise. No. So on Fridays after work or Saturdays, I used to in the afternoon set up my sound outside, put my vinyls there. Then guys will come around with the cooler boxes and just park outside the yard. My friends will come through. Eventually we have a braai.
Yeah.
So then eventually I'm like, this is something that I think I can do on a regular basis. And then eventually someone heard I have sound. Then you get booked for weddings. Then you get to do this. Then the business started growing. But because I was young, did not know better. I wasted the money.
Of course.
So the business failed, but the DJing thing just continued going. I was starting to get bookings around Polokwane, doing mostly private events. And then eventually it just grew, man. It just grew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deep house influence in Polokwane, how is it?
It's good. It's good. Yeah. Look, when the whole deep house vibe started growing, I had stopped DJing at that time because you know when you're starting to work, you start to see okay, no, this is the career I'm gonna take, because you think money will regularly come in.
Yeah.
But then you don't realize there's this thing called tax, and there's this thing that you have to live and buy stuff. So the money's never enough.
Yeah, and true.
But the deep house scene in Limpopo, it's quite big, because we have a lot of artists who came out of Limpopo, like your people, like your.
You've got
Dakapo,
you got Kojo Akusa.
Yeah, you have a lot of artists who are coming out of. The guy who's now doing Afrotech, he's one of my good friends. Barkeman G was 10.
Yeah.
Him and I literally were staying a street apart, and look where he is now.
Yeah.
He's touring Europe, I think.
Yeah.
I think he has Italy tour coming soon. So it's the music. There's music scene, not just deep house. It's quite big in Limpopo.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's just that a lot of people are sleeping on it. Yeah. No comment there.
But his music is literally selling. The guy.
It is selling. Yeah.
The guy stated that he makes over, I think it was $1 million in a month, appearances and gigs. Just coming in singing 4 songs, next gig. It's literally good money.
They call it Lokombo, that style in Limpopo. And it's making money. The artists are making money in Limpopo.
Yeah.
You'll get proper support there.
True.
Yeah.
We just saw Kgabz right now do a one-man show, and it did great.
Then
they came back to complain about the stadium. Yeah, it happens. Now, moving from Limpopo, you moved directly to Cape Town or to Joburg first?
To Cape Town.
So how long have you been here?
I'm going for 16 years now.
16 years?
Yeah. I'm a regular now. That's home now.
Yeah, it's home now. I'm
a Kgabzonian. Yeah. I've evolved. I'm kidding.
In the 16 years that you've been here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put a timeline to it. You get here. Where do you start musically?
It was tough, eh?
Yeah.
It was coming to Cape Town. You had to, I had to learn that lifestyle here is different. Number one, music here is completely different. Really? They have a style where you cannot find it anywhere else in the country, except in Cape Town. I came here, and then me with my deep house, my quiet old school mindset. I come here, and I found out there's this thing called yacht music. I'm like, what on earth is that? Then I heard someone play it. I'm like, what is this? Tried to get into that scene. It was just not working for me.
Yeah, I know.
Then there was this there was this shop in Long Street, man. I forgot what it is. It was a clothing shop, and they had decks on top.
Yeah.
And then I went there once, and I saw they had decks. I'm like, oh guys, what's happening here? They're like, oh no bro, you can just bring music and you can jam.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh okay, that's nice. Get there, play my old deep house. I wasn't working at that time.
Yeah.
So I went there almost like every second day.
Yeah.
Started playing the just like I said, every second day I pop in there, drop a set, then I walk around, find out what's happening around the scene. But it was just hard to break into that space of DJs because I was struggling with the sound, the Cape Town sound.
Yeah.
Then I was like, let me start finding out deep house. Then there was what's a place, man, in the corner in Long Street, man. It was a very popular deep house space.
Long Street Cafe?
No, not Long Street.
That's up there.
It was upstairs, man. It it was very well known for its deep house scene.
Deluxe.
Deluxe, yes, yeah, that's the one. Then eventually I met this guy called Josh.
Yeah.
I don't remember what his DJ name is, but we became good friends. He stayed around the corner from me. Then I started learning more about deep house spaces. Even then, it was very hard to get into that space because there's a lot of gatekeepers in Cape Town.
Yeah.
Which was a culture that I wasn't used to, because where I come from is like, hey guys, this is what I do. They're like, oh no, just come through, jam, let's hear what you do.
Yeah.
Where here it's like, what can you do for me?
Ish.
What can you do for me? What can I take from you?
Yeah.
It's never let me invest in what you do. Let me let's see what we can do together. Let's make money together. Because it's people think that we're competing and we're not. We're in the same space. Let's just work together. So it was very hard for me to get into that space. So eventually I stopped a bit. Then I started working, focused on work, but there was still that itch, man.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you gotta come back in. Then I started playing commercial house, started getting gigs here and there, here and there, but there was still that missing thing. It's like I was slowly losing my identity as a DJ. So eventually I met up with a couple of guys who were into the deep house space, and then we started pushing the deep house space, and it was like starting to show, man. We're starting to grow. Then obviously commitment was an issue. There was lack of consistency, and then I just started. I stopped for a bit, and then COVID hit.
Ish.
Yeah.
Ish.
That's when everything went on a slow move.
Yeah.
Then started seeing people doing like all online shows on Facebook, live shows and whatever. So I started this movement called Kgabz Sessions, because it was in my garage on Facebook.
Yeah.
That started growing. Like I was getting a lot of support from Joburg guys back in Limpopo and Cape Town.
Yeah.
So I started bringing that old school element to my shows, started kind of like having conversation with guys online. And I was like, no, this is a thing that I can do. So now I run a YouTube channel called Kgabz Sessions with Kgabz.
Okay.
It got hacked. They stole everything.
Oh.
The guy started selling computers on my channel. So I had to start from scratch.
Wow.
So that's when Kgabz Sessions was birthed. And then I remember my first proper artist I had, DJ, was 10T.
Yeah.
Went to the back of the house, set up, shot, and then I had Abstract Saint on as well.
Yeah.
And then that day, I remember 10T came with her friend, and she was taking clips, putting on her WhatsApp status on her socials, and people started getting into it, like, hey, where are you guys? No, we here. Then they came. Then Abstract as well was taking. Then his friends came. Then it just started to become a thing. Yeah. So I was like, oh no, then I can do this. Slowly but surely, I can do this. Then Kgabz Sessions was born. So now it exists. Its main focus is to like mentor and support young upcoming DJs. And stuff. Yeah. So it's just to give them a platform to say, hey guys, I've got this platform. You guys can pull through.
Jesus.
Let's play.
I'm just filling in holes here.
Yeah.
In the 16 years that you've been doing this, I've never seen you Ekasi. We manage a space about Gagif. I don't know if you've ever heard of Kefus.
Kefus, yeah.
Yeah, we used to manage that space, and it was literally a deep house haven for a lot of people. So I'm just thinking, I never saw you there.
I've played there before.
Is it?
Kefus, I think 3 or 4 times.
Why? Hey.
I've played there before. I even have clips to prove that I've played there before.
Seriously?
Yeah, I've played there before. Kefu was. It was also a challenge as well. I had to beg to eventually get in that space.
Who did you speak to?
I remember. I stand corrected, but it was when I had met that whole Cultured Sunday crew. Yeah, because some of them used to play there. Yeah. And then eventually, I don't remember who I spoke to, but Tux Ancestral was part of the guys that got me in there.
Is it?
Yeah, so I played there. I remember my first set when I played there was terrible, because I didn't know what to expect. Yeah. So I didn't come there as prepared as I was. I just came there as my normal self, and I'm like, this deep ass crowd is very tough, eh? Then I remember my second one. I always did opening sets.
Yeah.
Then one day there was I think that was the last time I did like a prime set at that time, and it was fire. I've done a couple.
I must look into this.
Yeah, no, I can show you clips, bro.
Because then I would have remembered. I would have remembered what Kgabz played.
No, that's actually how I knew of your existence.
Is it?
Was because of Kefu, yeah. Because your name kept on popping up. I'm like, who's this Ndo-C guy?
You know what's quite interesting now is they whenever you go to events, people will tell you network.
Yeah.
You know, and I realized a lot of gents. I don't know if this happens a lot to Abantabani. You get into a space, you don't want to be too forward to Abantu, but also you want to talk to Abantu.
Yeah.
And also, if I walk in here and you're hosting an event, I really don't know a lot of people in the space.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult to kind of, you know.
Yeah.
But it's very important to network. Like literally, if you had shaken my hand, got careful, and said now on those,
yeah,
I literally would have paid attention.
Yeah. No. But you live and learn, eh?
Yeah,
you live and learn.
True. Hosting events. Wait, before we get to you hosting events, let's talk about your music. When did you start production?
During COVID.
During COVID.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, I had started back then, but I think because one of the things that I've always had issues with in terms of parents is when your child has a passion for something. A lot of parents don't invest in your child's passion because we think this is the right direction they should take.
Yeah.
And then kids start resenting us because we want them to go in this path, but now they're passionate about this. So growing up, my parents never invested in me doing music. Everything literally, like my first PC, I bought it for myself. Got Fruity Loops, I had to teach myself. I remember even going to like music workshop just so I can learn the industry and understand what it's about.
Yeah.
And my parents never understood. But soccer matches, they were there. They were there. They're like, you want soccer boots there. And I mean, I love soccer. I was good at it. I was excelling.
Yeah.
But music was always something that something that I saw a career, that I saw myself doing for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So recording started when we were in COVID, and I was like, let me just go back to this Fruity Loops thing. So I used to watch like your shows on YouTube, people recording and whatever, and then I made a track. My first track that I ever made was called My Daughter.
Yeah.
That was based on the abuse that was happening during COVID, where women were attacked and stuff like that. So it's something that I'm very passionate about. Like, I don't like abuses. They ick me out.
Yeah.
So then I made a track called My Daughter, released it, gained a bit of traction, but because I was still new into the whole releasing music vibe, production and whatever, I didn't know better. We pushed the track, and then I met this lady called Lily.
Yeah.
Amazing vocalist. So she heard my song. She's like, bro, let me do vocals on it. So we released the vocal version of it.
Okay.
That also didn't gain traction. And then I made a set. The first EP was called Deuteronomy.
Yeah.
Then I sent it to Dukes Ancestral. I'm like, dude, so you're a producer. This is what I've done. Can you help me out with this track?
Yeah.
And he's like, what? There's nothing we need to do on this track. This track is done. It's hot.
Yeah.
Then he started playing it. Send me clips and whatever. I'm like, okay. So he said to me, no, dude, do a second track, and then let's release a 2-track EP. Let's see how it does.
Yeah.
So, and then I did the second track, and then I sent it to him. He loved the song, and then he put an EP together, and then they did the whole thing, the whole promo for it. And then I was like, oh, okay, this is fun. I can do this.
Yeah.
Then I started practicing. Then my second EP, I called it Family Matters.
Yeah.
It was basically based on my daughter, Mekida.
Yeah.
And she was actually the front cover of the
EP.
The EP, yeah. So I released that. That was actually a very personal EP for me, because the reason why I called it Family Matters was because I had lost my sister and her daughter a few years ago,
Yeah.
before I released the EP. So it was quite an emotional EP for me. Then yeah, the EP did well. It got some bit of traction. I got a lot of love from Zim.
Yeah.
And then funny thing, because of that EP, I got into radio.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I reached out to this guy. His name is 308. He's from the UK. I saw he was doing an online radio thing and he was looking for DJs. So I'm like, hey, dude, I want to get into this radio space. Man.
Yeah.
And I see what you guys are doing. I enjoy your guys' shows. And I was like, I want to bring South African sound to the
That
UK
side,
side of things.
Yeah.
Then I started playing my songs there.
Okay.
And they started getting a lot of love from the UK. The guys even asked me, hey, dude, we saw you release. Can you send us your songs?
Yeah, yeah.
Then I sent them my songs and they were loving it. And I started getting a lot of traction. Then life happened. Lost my grandma. Then stopped
Ish.
everything. Bro.
Yeah.
So then after that, before that, I had released another EP. What's that EP's name? Anyway, I forgot the EP's name.
Yeah, yeah.
That one was also quite an intimate EP, but it never gained traction.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, then that's how I ended up. Well, that's how actually the production thing happened.
Yeah. And that's the flow of it.
Yeah, yeah.
How connected? Okay, so you're saying right now on your last EP.
Yeah.
This is before. Sorry about your family, by the way, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Your sister and your sister's daughter and your grandma.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's emotionally.
It's emotionally draining, bruh.
It is. It is. And I can imagine music is also tied to your emotions. So if you literally are feeling some type of way and you can't release on that space, it's very difficult to make music.
Yeah.
You starting to release music. What was your thought? Where did you see your music going?
At that time when I started doing music, it was just something that was like, hey, listen, you're a DJ, you need to release music. There was no plan, there was no vision of where I want to go with my music. Then recently, because I'm currently working on my upcoming EP, because back then I used to just rush and produce, make songs and want to release.
Yeah.
So there was no mission, there was no vision, there was no purpose behind releasing songs and stuff.
Yeah.
So right now, my vision is my main goal, which ties up with everything I do, is I just want my music to bring people together.
Yeah.
It's when somebody's going through a tough time and they listen to my song, I want them to catch the emotion behind it. I need my music to be like for a lack of a better word, like an unspoken voice that you need.
Yeah.
You know, because there's a saying that it's always stuck by me for as long as I can remember. It says, music is the only thing that allows itself in your mind without your permission.
Yeah.
Like you find if you go into a space or you're going to cut your hair and they're playing a song, 10 minutes later you're singing that exact same song.
Yeah.
So I want to create that space where I want to connect with you emotionally. When you're thinking about my song 10 years ago, I wanted to have memories, and not bad memories, like good memories. Like, yeah, I remember the song when it was released. I was going through this tough time and this is what it has done to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my goal now for the music I'm making.
Yeah. Like normally we sit and we talk to a lot of people that have been releasing music from a while back.
Yeah.
And the conversations differ because I can't remember who it was I was talking to, and we were talking about how people are promoting their music currently.
Yeah.
A lot of people are trusting social media, but social media doesn't reach as much as it should.
Yeah.
Right? And also the algorithms, you must pay for promotion, you must do that. So if we're talking about, let's say 20 years back, an artist would create an album, create an EP, release, then do the promo side of it with the PR team.
Yeah.
Right? Whereby your music would then get onto radio, then they'd consider doing a video, then they'd start pushing it across the country by doing tours and all of that jazz. I've noticed that recently a lot of producers and artists don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So they'll literally make an EP, throw it out there, hope for a Hail Mary. I've literally that's what I've seen.
Yeah.
It might not be true for everybody, but I've seen people make music and then they throw it out there, hope for a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
What strategies have you implemented to push your music that have helped, and do you make money off of it?
Currently, no.
Okay.
I think the most I've made was $20. Funny thing, it's most of my music. It's bought outside the country.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily do any promos because it was never something that I was focused on. I was mainly focused on DJing, mainly focused on trying to move my events brands and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the pushing of the music is not something that it's something that I focused on. So now because I'm busy with production, I'm getting to understand and to learn with the technology we have now, the social media.
Yeah.
There's a guy that I buy music from. His name is Spencer M. I don't know if you know him. He's an Afro-tech 3-step producer.
Okay, yeah.
So I purchase music from him and other artists that these underground guys.
Yeah.
And I realize, like, what I do normally, if there's a track that I like and I wanna promote an event, I put that track on without me realizing I'm marketing this guy's music actually.
Yeah.
And people start asking, dude, this track, where you get this track? You whatever, who it is? And I'm like, no, this is Spencer M, whatever, this is his track. This is what this is from his upcoming EP. Then people start researching about him, then they get his music.
Yeah.
So I realized that especially with if you look at the Amapiano guys, what they do is like, hey, Ndo-C, I have this song, can you do a dance for me? Hashtag and tag me on social media. And then immediately when I see you've done this dance, I put it on my timeline. People go search, then they start following the trend.
Yeah.
So it's having to understand that right now, what used to work back then, it doesn't work now.
Okay.
It can still work, yes, but it's you stand a chance of reaching a less market than if you do what currently is trending right now. It's just learn to follow the trend, understand the trend, work with the algorithms, and push your music.
Yeah.
Like right now, we don't need. I mean, back in the days, we used to go to Musica to get new music.
Yeah.
You used to go there, sit, listen, find out who, whatever. Oh, this is the artist. Let's hear what he does. You go in Musica, put on your headphones, listen to the music. Right now, you don't even need to go to any shop.
Yeah, true.
It's just...
It's readily available.
It's readily available.
Oh, yeah, but one thing I've picked up about that is you miss out on a lot of artists.
Yeah.
Because what happens is the market becomes... Like every week, dude, you might find like there's a release of about 2,000 songs.
Yeah.
And amongst that 2,000 songs, there's like jams.
Yeah.
And you miss them out because the market then gets saturated with stuff that you wouldn't play or stuff that you wouldn't listen to.
Yeah.
And literally after 200 songs on the 2,000, you're like, I'm tired of listening to music.
Yeah.
Let me do something else.
Yeah.
And you miss out on the jams.
Yeah.
And literally once you're tired, the next week there's another 2,000 songs. You keep on missing out. The concept, I'm a dance challenge. Okay, let me come back to this first. There's classic tracks that you can still play today. I was with the UPZ sometime in the week.
Yeah.
And we were talking, and this conversation kept on circulating around EP Surprise.
Yeah.
And I realized, Jesus, that song is a classic song. And
Yeah.
in its release, it was deep house.
Yeah.
But look at the circulation here. It was on radio, there was a video, and it was being played by everybody at that time.
Yeah.
So it gave that circulation your music, and then it became a classic. But also less artists back then that were releasing like that.
Yeah.
You knew, gee, this month there's a UPZ release, next month the Roko, you're gonna find this. So it became a classic based on that.
Yeah.
You can't create classics today unless your track sits in Gomezipaya. They last about 3 months on the market.
That's a painful part.
Yeah.
You know, funny thing, just to go off track here, when you're talking about UPZ and back in the days, the thing I loved about the music then, and the artists like your Vinnies, your Christos, when Electro Candy was the thing, was all those artists. If you go look at it, they work together.
Yeah.
If I knew Glenn was releasing a compilation, I'll go play his compilation at my gigs.
Yeah.
If I knew Christos was releasing an album, because I don't think back then people did EPs.
No, it was literally.
Yeah, it was literally an album. You would find that your UPZ, your Roccos, your Vinnies, and all these great artists from back then, they were pushing each other.
Yeah.
Whereas to now, it's I'm on my own. Even if I have this guys, this artist or whatever, it's they don't push my music there because they know once they push my music, I'm working at a loss. We don't understand that if I push this guy, I also gain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because when I see that you're pushing me, I'm gonna go push you somewhere else.
Yeah.
If two guys see that, oh, these guys are pushing, the same guys are gonna go push somewhere else. Then you got a whole chain reaction of success that's happening.
Yeah.
So with the challenges that I see now, it's especially in Cape Town, it's I want the whole pie for myself.
Yeah.
When I'll give you maybe a portion of that pie, just a small portion, just so that I know that now you have access to 1,000 people.
Yeah.
So let me just give you a piece so that your 1,000 people can see what I'm doing and I can eat from you.
Yeah.
Which has always been a struggle for me, especially here in Cape Town, where I come from. We look out for each other. I know, like recently I went to Joburg, called a couple of guys. Hey guys, I'm coming through.
Yeah.
They did not. There was no. It's guys that like we'll go way back, man. There was no Ntwana ish hardy. We can't do those. They're like, no, give us dates. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah.
Where in Cape Town, I'm like, guys, I'm available. I saw it in Fate.
Ish.
You know, so that's Now I've even lost track of what you were asking.
No. You literally actually went on the money and the points.
Yeah.
Do you think in Cape Town, what do you think is causing that? That concept of lack of bookings for one. Number two, lack of community when it comes to events.
Yo, I'm gonna get shot for what I'm about to say. People are gonna kill me for this.
But the truth is the truth.
The truth is the truth. Look, being black is tough in Cape Town.
Yeah.
Another thing is Cape Townians struggle with change.
Yeah.
When you bring something different that is uncomfortable, and they're not used to it,
Yeah.
they don't want to change their ways. And when you come with something that's different, that's fresh, and you find that you're reaching a community that other people are not reaching, you become a threat.
Yeah.
So they want to dispose of that threat because they look at it as if you take him from their mouth.
Thread. Yeah.
For a lack of a better word. You look at how, for me personally, how Cape Town continuously is catching up on the music scene, where you have amazing artists, but they want to go to Joburg to reach that success. But we don't realize that if you come to Cape Town in December, who are your majority performers here?
It's people from outside of Cape Town.
People from outside of Cape Town.
Yeah.
Because they've realized that there's this niche market that no one touches in Cape Town.
Yeah.
And the Cape Townians, we don't do that because we want to keep everything to ourselves. We don't reach out. Like I don't reach out to guys from whatever events they do, and we say, hey guys, this is what I have.
Yeah.
I saw you guys have this. Can we work together?
Yeah.
Where you go to another producer, hey dude, this is what I've done. I'm stuck. Can you help me out?
Yeah.
It's always, nah, you're gonna take from me.
Yeah.
It's never let's invest into each other. So in terms of the booking scene, it's Cape Town is a very commercial town, eh?
It is.
It's a very commercial town where I'm somebody who ventures into deep house and Afrotech. Those are my main. I can play other genres, but I never go to them unless I need to.
Yeah.
But those are my go-to sounds. It's deep house and Afrotech. And I realized, like, I remember I did a set on Guru FM. It was a strictly Afrotech set.
Yeah.
Started getting calls from people, hey dude, your set was nice, blah blah blah. But I'm like, why is it that we need to call Abu Shimza? to come and do an Afrotech search here?
Yeah.
Where there's so many Afrotech DJs this side.
Yeah.
Why do we need to bring Joburg people? Yeah, fine. They will bring people, yeah, but why don't we invest in these guys and build them up so that when there's big events, because if you look at your main events that are happening around Cape Town, every year is the same lineup.
True.
Think about it. Every year.
True.
It's the same lineup. Now and then they'll drop one or two, but majority is the same lineup. And you'll find that at the main events, you'll have one DJ that goes to that first event, move to the next main event, move to the next main one. Then the guys that trying to get in there, you don't listen to them. Like, for example, I don't want to mention names now, but anyway, they can shoot me for all they want. I went to Old Biscuit Mill.
Yeah.
Get there, every time I go there, I'm like, I am literally listening to the same DJ.
Yeah.
They play the exact same sound, they play the exact same style. How about I bring a different vibe to it?
Yeah.
Now and then you'll have your deep house guys, and but majority is either Amapiano, your com, or basically your main commercial sound.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let me reach out to the guys. When they had a conversation, guys, this is what I do. Give them my press kit, all professional. Send them my mixes. Tell them about my channels. This is what I do. This is the reach out I have. Never had a response. I went back again, did the exact same thing. Never had a response. So one day I went. I'm like, let me just go listen. Let me see what the vibe is like. Went back the third time. I'm like, literally, I'm listening to the same DJ over and over again.
Yeah.
When are we gonna wanna transition to wanna bring something different and test something new, see if it works? If it doesn't work, great. If it works, awesome. Where I find now that when you bring something different, like I said earlier, when you bring something different, they see that as a challenge.
Yeah.
They see you as a threat. They don't wanna say, hey dude, we saw this is what you can do. I have this for you.
Yeah.
Can we jump on board? Can we work with you? Where you find like people like I was watching one of your shows actually, 20 was on.
Yeah.
And I look at 20, your Mafakus, your guys that are from outside of Cape Town.
Yeah.
Where they step in, they're like, hey Kgabz, we saw this is what you do. I'm like, can I put you guys on? They're like, yeah, let's put you on, bruh. We'll push your thing. We know what you do. Those are the kind of people that I want to work with. Where now when someone comes on board, they're like, hey Kgabz, we saw this is what you can do. Nah.
Yeah.
Can you pay me for it? I want to come support you, but can you pay me to support you? And I'm like, dude, I don't have a budget right now. You can see I'm struggling.
Yeah.
Why don't you just jump on board? Let's push. When I start making the money, then I'll rope you in.
Yeah.
That's how actually Noe and I started the GIN and Tonic Sundowners in Cape Town.
Yeah.
Was I had a vision of what I wanted to do, and he had a concept that already existed.
Okay.
So I was like, my guy, you have a concept, you already have everything set up. This is what I want to do. This is the skills I'm bringing into your whatever your event.
Yeah.
And he's like, bro, let's do it. Literally the first one we did, we were shocked with attendance. We had so many people. It was a free event. We went and spoke to a specific venue. We're like, guys, this is what we want to do. We started pushing. Then GNT was born in Cape Town.
Yeah.
And you don't find a lot of that. It's always, these are my guys. This is the guys that I eat with. Anyone from outside, we cannot work with.
Yeah.
Which has always been a struggle for me, where I can approach someone who does events and I'm like, listen, guy, this is what I have. You don't have a microphone, I have a microphone. Let's bring the microphone in.
Yeah.
Let's work together. But here, my biggest struggle is never let's work together. It's like, let me take from you.
Yeah.
But I don't want to invest in what you have. But I want to take from it. I want a piece of it, which has always been a struggle for me in Cape Town.
I think one of the reasons why we find cliques currently, that there's different events happening right around the city, but there are cliques.
Yeah.
Right? Is based on what you're literally reiterating about. It's difficult to work with outside people from your circle based on the idea that immediately when you do reach out to outside of your circle, there's the concept of, are you going to pay me?
Yeah.
Because I think one of the things that the events do in Cape Town is they'll give you what the event is about. They'll market it brilliantly on social media, and they'll do the after show promos, your after show videos, your after show pictures, and the word of mouth from people, which how was the event.
Yeah.
A person will look at that and say, these guys are making money.
Yeah.
Right there and then.
Yeah.
What was the expenses? What was the turnout? Did you literally cover the money you used to do the event? Did you even break even for your event?
Yeah.
That's not part of the consideration or a factor.
Yeah.
The factor is these guys made money.
Yeah.
And I noticed there's a couple of events around Cape Town that don't book people for, well, Kgabz can bring 1,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
They book Kgabz on a basis of, we want to hear Kgabz play.
Yeah.
So whether you come in and we didn't market it right, or we don't have the numbers that we wanted, it's none of your business.
Yeah.
And neither is it your problem, right? Because the value add should be from the event and the promo more than us booking or Kgabz for the event. So I think you're on the money with that one. But I think the factor on that is the financial part of it is what's killing the concept and making people run away from assisting in terms of events.
Adding to that, another thing that's always been a challenge, especially with events in Cape Town, is companies don't want to invest into your vision. It's always been about who do you know instead of the value that you bring to their brand.
Yeah,
I've realized with us doing events, when we reached out to specific companies, when we started, they were like, "Oh no, we see your concept. It's a great concept. We love it, but we can't jump into that space." Then you find somebody who has, for a lack of better word, similar concept, but theirs is not working. Yeah. Then we go invest money into that. Yeah. And then we set an image. Now, going back to what you're saying, is like, oh, this events, they're making money. Mm-hmm. These guys are doing. A lot of people don't understand that what we do is coming out of our own pockets. Yeah. We're not even breaking even as yet. It's coming out of our own pockets. And when somebody now comes in and want to take from your pocket, then that's where the problem starts. Yeah. Then what happens? Now we are beefing now. Oh no, Kgabz doesn't want to work with me because of blah blah blah. Where I'm saying, bro, you coming in to take. We're not working together. Yeah. Which has always been a struggle for me, because I'm like, guys, we are of the same space. I'm not fighting with you. I'm not fighting with the next person. Yeah. I am. We literally should be working together. Like, if I find somebody is doing an event about this phone, let me go. Let me go push your event, bro. Let me go tell my people, hey guys, let's go. Let me go tell this person, dude, my guy is doing this, let's go. I don't have to take anything from me. If I can see, okay, dude, you don't have the budget to pay for what I do, but I see where your vision is. I see where your goal is. Let me come through for you, bro. Let's push together. Let's push you. Let's do this event. Let's make it a success. When you grow and the money start talking in, then we can start talking. Because we both gotta eat, bro. We both gotta eat.
I hear you. Tell me how GIN AND Tonic started. So Unewa was pushing the concept. You came in and then you joined forces. Right.
So how GIN AND Tonic started? Neo used to do this event in Durban.
Okay. So it wasn't in Cape Town?
No, it wasn't a Cape Town birth thing.
Okay.
It started in Joburg. I stand corrected. No, I ski if I got the info wrong. You can type in the comments there. So he started it in Joburg. Then it moved to Durban. And it has always been something that I wanted to do, like rooftop events, and do something that's like unique and different in Cape Town. Because everybody does events. We all do events. So when the rooftop thing started, then we had a conversation, and then he showed me what he used to do in Durban. I'm like, dude, why don't we do this in Cape Town? There's a lot of rooftop areas that we can go approach. There's a lot of places we can go approach. Let's start. We don't even have to make money from it in the beginning. Let's just start from scratch. Put it online. Let's invite people. Let's see what happens. We did the first one. I had to ask around, hey, do you have speakers? No. Do you have speakers? No. I had my Denon controller. I'm like, dude, I have a controller. I have this. I can do this. I can do that. I know sound. So let's put together. We started asking guys, hey, you have speakers? Yeah. Okay, cool. Can I borrow your speakers? Yeah. Then I had bought 15-inch Wafedal speaker. I'm like, let's bring that. We put link up speakers. We had an event. It was very intimate indoors. People loved it. Within the following week, funny thing, we started on 500 followers. Not last year, the year before. We started on 500 followers. No budget, no money. Everything is out of our pockets. Free event. So we're spending. We're not making profit. The venue is taking the bar. food, everything goes to the venue. We're not making a single cent from that.
No contribution.
No, nothing.
Jesus.
We're starting a new concept in Cape Town.
Okay.
Then we see, hey, we had a lot of support here, bro. We filled the whole place.
Yeah.
When is the next one? Now people are asking, when is the next one? We took photos, it looks nice. Did the second one, also for free.
Yeah.
We're like, chief, this thing, you can see, we have a good concept here.
Yeah.
Next one, we're like, let's charge. We were worried, bro. It's like... And another thing, I have a problem with the Cape Townians. They come out late. I don't know what's with Cape Townians and coming out late.
True, eh?
Yo, bruh,
True,
you start your event at 2, 3, no one is there.
Yeah.
4, no one is there. 5 o'clock, people start pitching in.
Yeah, yeah.
6 o'clock, 7, 8, then people start rocking up. So we had the first one. People were not pulling through, man. Second hour, people are not pulling through.
Yes,
We have people slowly trickling in. Eventually by 6 o'clock, we have a full house.
Nice.
On top of a full house, we've reached capacity.
Nice.
There's a queue outside.
Oof.
Now we can't allow people in because fire regulations. If the fire people come here now,
it's an
they're
issue.
gonna shut us down, and that's not good for your event.
No.
Now we have people outside. Talking to management, guys, we have people outside. We can't turn them back. No, you guys can't have it. You can't have people here. Unfortunately, you have to turn them back. Then we're turning people back, but the more we turn, the more coming back in. Then eventually we had to let some of them in. But the event, then that's how GNT in Cape Town was birthed. So currently we're doing in Cape Town and Joburg.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a team in Cape Town as well that that run the Joburg.
The so you fly out to go play that side and
No.
So they run gin and tonic from that.
Gin and tonic from that side. Yeah.
That's dope, actually.
Yeah. I think we flew only once.
Yeah.
We've had them now come down now in December.
Yeah.
No, was it December? No, November. Yeah, November. We had them come down in November.
With you guys birthing the Joburg one, are we looking at having another leg in Durban as well?
We're looking into it. It's not something that we're rushing into.
Yeah.
But I think in the near future, something that we're gonna have to rebirth again.
Yeah.
Because I think the main goal is we wanna establish ourselves nationwide, where we know if we do an event in a specific central place, then everyone must pull through. Where we'll do like a whole major event where everyone comes. That's hopefully we'll have enough budget for that. Because these things are not cheap, man.
No.
These things are not cheap.
With you building traction and building a gin and tonic to what it is current, let's start on now. How is working with now? Like, how is it having a partner after you've been doing this for so long on your own, and then now having a team and a partner then that you have to make dual decisions together?
Number one, it will challenge your character. When you have a partner,
it
will challenge your character. It will, just like any other relationship, it will challenge your character.
Yeah.
Noah is a perfectionist, where everything he does has to work. There's no plan B.
Yeah.
With Noah, it has to work. When he has when his mind set on a specific idea that he wants to do, there's no convincing him otherwise.
Yeah.
In his head, it will work. Where I'm a calculating person.
Yeah.
If we do this, here's the risk. Here's the risk. Here's the risk. Here's the risk. He's an executor.
Yeah.
And in terms of us working together, he's an excellent negotiator.
Yeah.
He knows what to say in meetings. I'm more of an executor. We can sit and have meetings and I will not say anything.
Yeah.
But when it comes to implementation, I'll get the job done.
Yeah.
You want a microphone, I'll get your microphone. You want lights, I'll find a way to get us lights.
Yeah.
And the thing I like about both of us is we like-minded in terms of we know where we want to go, we know how to get there, we know what we want to do. So we don't compromise on that space where it's like, dude, let's just do it because. It's like, nah. If we do it that way, it will damage our brand. So hold on.
Yeah.
Where I feel he's making a bad decision, I won't go to him and like, this is a bad decision, whatever. You suck at it. It's like, fine, let's implement it. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, we learn.
Yeah.
For me, everything it's about lesson.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, we learn. Then the next one we implement it better. I always leave room for mistakes.
Yeah.
I love failing. I love failing. It's just something that I enjoy.
Yeah.
It's weird, but I enjoy it.
You learn.
Yeah. So him and I, we bring in that balance. Where he lacks off, I step in. Where I lack off, he steps in.
Yeah.
We always show each other. We don't always get it right. That much I can guarantee. 50% of the time we don't always get it right, but somehow it works. So yeah, it's very great working with him. Obviously, we as humans, we're gonna clash here and there, but I think the thing that solidifies it is the friendship.
Yeah.
It's we friends before we partners. It's we always call each other out on things. We always look out for each other. So when we come in, when we work together, it comes with that space as well. We know how to separate friendship and business.
Yeah.
That's very crucial.
Yeah, it sounds like a dope relationship. Eh?
Yeah, no. That's my boy, bro. That's my boy.
Yeah. How long have you guys been friends?
Nah, it's less than 3 years.
Less than 3 years.
Yeah, but we met. Funny thing, we met through music.
Yeah.
We were doing a Corona Sunset event at with Mamba. We're doing a Corona Sunset at Radisson Red.
Yeah.
And he was there. And then that's literally we met, we became boys.
Yeah. That's dope. The energies match.
It's proper, bro. It's proper.
Yeah. How did you guys come up with the name Gin and Tonic?
I think we must have him here. He must answer that.
So it was his idea.
That whole concept was existing already.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's not take away from that, and to wanna now come up with a new. The umbrella is already there.
Yeah, let's
build on it.
Yeah.
The foundation is set. Let's now put bricks and see how it looks.
And none of the gin companies have actually bought into the idea yet.
We're working with Bulldog at the moment.
Okay.
They've partnered with us, I think, for almost 6 months now. So if you look at our events, they're always there.
Yeah.
The guy came to us and he liked our concept, and they've been on board ever since.
How's that conversation? Like, how's that conversation? I've never thrown this out for people that host events with sponsors. How's that conversation between you and a person that says, okay, you're running this, we got this, and here's our budget, let's throw it into the pot?
Never tell. When you approach a brand, don't talk about your event. Talk about their brand.
Yeah.
Tell them about their brand, how their brand will suit your concept, how their brand will come to the people, how you'll prioritize them.
Yeah.
You'll sell their brand, you'll sell their products. Brands are more about volume.
Yeah.
They can give you all these tables, they can give you all these umbrellas and whatever. The volume is what makes them want to work with you.
Yeah.
You can do all that brand, but when they start seeing sales, when they start seeing their brand all over the place, when they start seeing people talking about, and what we do with their brands is we put it in people's faces, man. We do competitions. We talk about their brand.
Yeah.
When we do posters, it's their brand. It's not even about gin and tonic, because gin and tonic, it's all about the experience.
Yeah.
It's all about the people that come there. We never make gin and tonic about us.
Yeah.
We never put the brand before the people. We always put the people before the brand, because we need the people.
Yeah.
Without the people, the brand doesn't exist.
Okay.
It's just an image you'll have on your socials.
Yeah, true.
You know, so you make it about the sponsors and show them numbers. This is what we do. This is the amount of people we have access to. This is how many people we draw per event, and this is what we want to expose your brand to.
Yeah.
We don't want to expose our brand to yours. We want to expose your brand to these people.
Yeah.
And this is what you do. How can we partner?
Yeah.
That's how the conversation goes. It's never. That's why I always go back to. It's never take.
Yeah.
It's like, how can we work together? How can we bring your brand to the people? This is what we do. And the fact that we reach to the Joburg market as well.
Yeah.
When we post events in Cape Town, people in Joburg, they see it. People in Durban, they still see it. People in Polokwane, they still see it.
Yeah.
People now are aware of this brand that exists in in Cape Town.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm saying. One of the things is to expand outside of Cape Town.
Yeah.
And try and start having conversation outside of Cape Town.
Yeah, I'm gonna push this interview because, tell you the honest truth, before I knew you guys were running a Gin and Tonic, it was all over my face.
Yeah.
Like we could see, okay, who's running Gin and Tonic? Who's running Gin and Tonic? And Unawa used to come up first before I knew Kgabz is part of this thing.
Yeah.
Unawa. Who's Nawa? Then Vox. I don't know if you know Vox.
Yeah, no Vox. Yeah.
Voxman introduced me to Unawa this one time. Like, now Unawa gotta go for Gin and Tonic. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Then I realized, okay, no man, I'm in the same group, no Kgabz, and this is the guy that runs this thing. But now I'm putting two and two together. Like your marketing strategy for Gin and Tonic is on point.
Yeah.
Also, a curation of the DJs that play by your event is something else, man. I always figured it was a deep house event only.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then I was like, Jesus, the curation is for everybody.
Yeah.
So literally it is an experience of the music more so than you're coming for this particular genre and you're niched. It's just everywhere. Kudos on that, by the way.
Pardon?
Kudos on that.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
I still think there's always room for improvement though. but yeah, the thing that you said that was important was you saw the brand first before you saw the faces behind the brand.
Yeah.
So it's something that I always value. A lot of people they see Neo, they don't see us.
Yeah.
They don't know that there's a team behind Neo and I.
Yeah.
We have a team of people, but we never put their face. But their faces are in there. You'll see them.
Yeah.
So people who come to GNT, they're like, oh, you're the one who was on that picture. Oh, so you guys are part of the team.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying that I never wanna make GNT about Uneo. I never wanna make GNT about me.
Yeah.
It's always about the people and the brand. When you see the brand, you don't want to think about Neo. We want to give you an experience. Hence why we don't make it a strictly deep house thing, because then we're shutting out the other market. But also we don't make it a commercial event. It's all about the experience. And I mean, look, we've had our challenges. We've had areas where we failed dismally. And we're like, ooh, this didn't work. We've had venues where we've gone and they took from us. We've had venues where they made promises, didn't deliver. So meaning now we have to dig from our pocket and
cover.
And that's the struggles that people don't see. Which is none of their business anyway. The end goal is the execution of what we do. That's what's important to me. I don't even have to DJ at the events. There's days where you'll see I'm not even on the lineup, and I'm good with it. It's I've never wanted to be the face of GNT. I don't think Neo also feels the same way. He's never wanted to be the face of GNT. It's always been about, let's push the brand, let's push about the people. Fine, you'll see as well. You'll see mostly Neo on the pictures. I don't like being in the limelight.
Well, people must know what it's you attaching the human element to a concept. Right?
Basically.
If we know people tend to feel more sentimental towards things if they know no man, I know Kabza personally. And this is his thing. More so than that thing. And I mean, here's a typical example. There's an Amiri store that just opened up in the waterfront.
What?
Amiri. That's Black Coffee's brand, right? There's a shoe that costs 30,000 rand in the shop. And literally there was a guy who walked in a record. Right. He didn't know. I think he went in and saw the shoe, came out and then said, I'm going to do a video. He comes in and then he's recording. He's like, hey guys, gonna shop la. It's called Amiri. There's a shoe for 30,000. Who buys shoes for 30,000 rands? Somewhere, somehow, he got wind of the store belongs to Black Coffee. He went back and bought the shoe. And he recorded the whole thing. I'm going to buy the shoe for 30K. And it was based on the fact that he coupled the brand to Kofi, and Kofi was most probably is his favorite DJ. So he coupled it and paid 30 grand for the shoe. So that in some form.
I wouldn't do that though. I don't know. That's just me.
We wouldn't know if you literally had that amount of money. You're going to go 30,000 rand, seems like 30 bucks.
I don't know, man. I don't think I would.
I don't know. For people who say that, I always say it would be good to see you with that kind of money.
It would be. It would be good to have that kind of money. But I don't. Maybe because the kind of person I am. Like I'm somebody who would love to invest in something that I know in the long run.
Yeah.
I believe in chain reactions.
Yeah.
You know, when I die, those who are coming after me must benefit from what I've planted.
Yeah.
You look at, like you mentioned, black coffee. Black coffee opened the entertainment industry's mindset with what he has done, with where he is.
Yeah.
What Shimza is doing, it opened people's mindset to realize, I can reach that level.
Yeah.
I'd rather have that than showcase this is what, like, dude, don't get me wrong, I love finer things in life, but they are not a priority to me. To me, it's like I come from a generation that never prioritized legacy, and unfortunately I'm a recipient of it, and I don't want my kids to go through that. I want to leave a legacy for my kids, and I want to develop a mindset for them to have that kind of mindset of, like, I want to carry on from where I've taken from and continue it, so that when those who are coming after me, that's why I'm doing Kgabz sessions. It's basically exactly that. It's don't even put my face there. I want people who have gone through Kgabz sessions to say, this is the legacy that this guy has built. This is what I want to do in the industry because of the seed that he planted. That's what I want for me. Yeah. You see, I've digressed again.
No.
But
you wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't buy a 30K just so I can walk on dirt. All right. But look, for those who do it, kudos to them.
Sorry, I wanted to say, there's an interview Zexpantwini did with MacG.
Yeah.
And he explained this concept very cleanly.
Yeah.
Of it's they say it's a black people thing, right? Yeah. It's a black people thing in a sense, Yogoji. I like how he explains this thing. He says, as a black person, in a back room renting, right? And literally you'll drive a Defender, the new one. Yeah. It's a beautiful car, by the way. Yeah. You'll drive the new Defender, and you'll be dressed in top drip. Yeah. Right? And walking outside. You want value because you know your own value and you feel your own value. Yes. But abantu will not see your value based on your house as a constantia. Yeah. They'll see your value based on what you have. And that is based on for them to be renting in a back room and driving that kind of a car. We don't own a lot of land. Yeah. We don't own a lot. And like you were saying, we don't come from families that left legacies. Yeah. So literally, your own value is the character that you build, the hard work that you throw in there. Yeah. And you want that to shine. Yeah. Right? And then you end up paying 30,000 Rand for shoes. Because then people realize value. Exactly. Then he mentioned something that was very interesting, Oguti. Have a company that works and it works cleanly, right? If you're going to have to be called into a meeting at the KPMG or at one of the hotels in town, and you pitch up a Taz, and the board members are looking at you parking a Taz lapagapani. When you walk in and sit down, whatever you say becomes valueless. Yeah. It becomes valueless. Yeah. This guy's driving a Taz. Yeah. How is he going to handle 500 million of our money to invest in his company? He's going to buy a new car. Yeah. I mean, you know? Yeah. And then he explains, that's why you'll find people sacrificing more on the look, the feel, because the value then puts you at a level whereby the discussions of what you want, how you want it, then match what you want. Because you find a lot of artists, umuntu starts making a one-hit wonder song, and it goes crazy on TikTok, then boom, we are Hambio Renta in the CBD. Yeah. Right? Yeah. It's so as when people see him, they already value him as a high-value artist. Yeah. So when you ask for a booking fee, then if I tell you 100,000 Rand, you'll understand. Yeah. As opposed to Guti, I'm sitting Elwandle, right? I'm sitting Elwandle and you know, and then I tell you I charge 100,000 Rand. You're not gonna give it to me. No. Yeah, the value factor of that. Yeah. Then I think he explained it very nicely, and it kind of gave an idea of why do black people spend so much money on the appearance, more so than having to say I'm building this. Yeah. As much as I don't agree with it, but it makes sense in understanding it. Why would people do that or flow in that direction?
Because history has defined us that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, history has destroyed us as black people.
Yeah.
Where currently we need to overcompensate to be seen.
Yeah.
It's similar going back to GNT. It's like when we walk into meetings, people don't want to listen until we say we guys from GNT. Then they start seeing the value. You see. Whereas they don't want to hear you first. Like they look at you, they're like, already they made the decision until the conversation starts. They're like, oh, you guys are from this and this and that. Yeah, it's us. And unfortunately for us black people, it's the stuff that we gotta deal with. It's the reality of this country and it's the history behind it. It's a similar thing to I stay in Table View.
Yeah.
Go to Table View. Go see the majority of people who don't own places there.
Sheesh.
It's our people.
Yeah.
Few of them who've broken the boundary. They do own, they're there, they're whatever. But most of them, we rental. And you know what we drive? Discoveries.
Yeah.
AMGs. Whatever.
Again, like as Joe, it's nice talking to people because they explain those factors cleanly.
Yeah.
There's stats, I just can't remember them. There's stats that literally the incoming professionals into the market are no longer buying properties.
No.
They're no longer buying properties, but they are renting properties in the prominent spaces where they should be buying.
Yeah.
And what they're doing is then they walk in there, they turn those places into palaces.
Yeah.
So you with the space you're renting looks like a palace.
Mm-hmm.
You eat like a king.
Yeah.
You drive very expensive car. You dress very neatly, and you exist in that fashion. Never the concept of saying you're going to put yourself in a mortgage at 20 years.
Yeah.
They're moving away from that. And it was kind of an interesting concept to see. And then they said to me, go and look at Limpopo, where those actual people that are renting and driving these cars here in the CBDs or in the busy towns.
Yeah.
You get to Limpopo, that person built a mansion there.
Go see what's happening in Limpopo, guys. I think Limpopo is one of the most underrated places in this country.
Yeah, it is.
The land space, that's their number one. And what people are doing. Now I'm going to reveal my secrets. I own land in Limpopo.
Yeah.
Now, and I have space. Looking at building in the near future there.
Yeah.
But business, I don't think I'll build a house back there. But business-wise.
Yeah.
And I look at, if you go to Venda, there's this place called Waterfront in Venda.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's beautiful.
Is that where Nandoni River is?
I don't know where the Nandoni River is. But if you check one of McGee's shows where he was there.
He shot at Nandoni River.
You go look at that place, bro. My gosh.
Yeah.
And there's areas even in Polokwane where you look and you go see where those people live in Joburg. Nice, beautiful areas, 1 bedroom. They're paying like what? Less than what we paying here for a 1 bedroom.
Hey, don't talk about that.
Yeah. And when they go home, go look where they live.
They're kings.
People wonder why during the festives, Limpopo people always go home.
Yeah.
Get there, you were a king.
You're a king there.
No one is starving at home.
There was a saying somewhere by 2003, 2004. Every vendor I met was like, Shumela vendor.
Yeah.
I was like, what's this Shumela vendor? And a friend of mine explained, we left Limpopo. We're literally out here shumeling vendor. Once we make money, that money goes home.
It goes home.
Every cent goes home. And by the time I go home, you're going to see amazing stuff. They started buying very heavy machinery in terms of cars.
Yeah.
And literally, they don't buy small cars. They buy heavy machinery.
Yeah.
Your 3 liters going up.
Yeah.
The buggies, they go for very strong cars. I was like, what's with the cars? Like, dude, when I drive from here, I drive more than 18 hours to get to home.
Yeah.
You know? So I really need a heavy machine to get me there and to get me back.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. The Shumela vendor concept was
it's true.
Really dope.
It's true. That's why people once Limpopo says bomma.
Yeah.
You lost the argument. Just stop. Don't even fight.
Run.
You lost that argument. When they say bomba, they understand the concept of. There's a scripture in the Bible that says, "Honor your mother and father, so that you may live long." They understand that concept.
Yeah.
They always honor home.
Yeah. Where do we see Kgabz musically for this year? Where do we see Kgabz event-wise this year? Like, what are your visions for those two things for this year?
So, you know what's the funny thing? Who was I telling? Who was I telling? I was having a conversation with someone and I told them my biggest problem is my visions are too big for me.
Yeah.
And my goals are too hard to achieve. And I struggle because it's a mission to get there.
Yeah.
But I'll get there.
Yeah.
So for this year, I want to grow GIN and Tonic, obviously.
Yeah.
But as well, I want to build on my garage sessions again. Just to bring back that community. And I'm starting a new concept called Let's Do House. I've got a partner for it. We're starting a Let's Do House concept. I'm not going to reveal who they are because I think they also don't like being in the limelight. So I've got a partner for it, and then we just want to have like a house movement where we just play house. Whether you deep house, you techno, you deep tech. I don't think I'm going to move into the commercial space. I just want us to experience house. I want people who play vinyls to come with their vinyls and say, hey guys, here we are. I want to have that platform. That's the goal for this year. And I'm going to venture more into the business side of things. I might be backing up away from DJing so I can focus on business, because I realize being a DJ in Cape Town, I think is so I want to venture into business. Like I want to tap into markets that people ignore. I want to bring new concepts to Cape Town. I want to find people that are willing to invest in what we do. Those are the kind of things that I want to do this year. I want to focus on business, and I want to grow myself as well as a producer. I want to grow myself as a person. Also get fit again. I want to move back to that fitness space.
Any new music coming?
So I released a track on YouTube called Don't Give Up. So I'm working on that EP. That EP was finished, by the way.
Okay.
It was supposed to come out now end of Jan. And I sat down the other day and I was listening to it and I'm like, nah, man, there's something missing on it. So I'm like, scratch the EP, starting from scratch. So I've got a song I released on YouTube on my channel. It's called Don't Give Up. And then I worked on one, it's called Kgabz. So those two tracks are done. So I'm busy with 2 more songs, and then I think from there then I'll release. I wanna release more music as well this year. So that's the main focus. It's mainly business this year.
I know we'll be watching this space, and literally we do follow. It was a great pleasure to have you on the show, man.
Finally, man. It was too long.
We've
been having this conversation. There's always been like things in between. Either I'm driving here or this is happening. So today I just decided, you know what? Let me just pin it down. And funny thing, people have been calling me, hey, we need to do this today. I'm like, guys, just hold on. I'm going to do Lobola negotiations from here.
You're going to do Lobola negotiations? But for who?
I'm in that level, bruh. I'm on that level.
For you?
No. I've got a guy who's getting married.
Okay.
So I'm going to negotiate.
Bruh.
You can't tell me otherwise.
I know. I wish you success on that. I know if you're having a conversation with Xhosa Nation, you're going to feel it.
Lucky for me, it's not a Xhosa Nation. I've done the Xhosa Nation. I felt it.
Lucky you. All right. Where do we find Kgabz on the socials?
My account got hacked. So I have a new one now. Check me out on Instagram. Kgabz _623 _2.0. because the first one was hacked. So if you happen to go to the first one, please don't. The 2.0 one on Instagram. Not big on Facebook. Kgabz23 on TikTok. GSWK with Kgabz on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's where you'll find me.
All right, cool
Yeah.
beans. And don't forget to follow the Gin and Tonic.
Gin and Tonic.
page.
GNTSS_
Yeah.
on Instagram. Follow us, guys.
Yeah, and do support the event. Do go to the event. When's the next one, by the way?
The 2nd of, I don't know when this episode is coming out, but the 2nd of March,
Yeah.
we're doing our first one for 2025. We're big on bringing legends to the
event.
yeah. So we have another legend coming on the 2nd of March.
Oh, hint out, Pet.
He's a legend, guys. He's a legend. Awesome producer. Go on our channel. I think if you see the silhouette we created, you're gonna be like, it's him.
No, okay.
Yeah, so go check on our socials. We ran a competition recently. We're like, guess who? Like a lot of people got it right, bro. Like it is that obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
know.
go check it out. We're doing it on the 2nd. We're starting at 2, but doors will be open at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And guys, please, you know the biggest problem we have? A lot of people, we will bring in tables, then people come late. Tables are full. They're like, we never have enough space, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, guys, if you fill up the whole place with tables, then people are not going to have a place to walk.
Yeah.
So, guys, come there early, book your space. If you want to reserve tables, reach out on us on the social media. We can make a plan for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first phase of tickets is already out.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
please.
We'll see you at the next Gin and Tonic on the 2nd of March.
Yeah, please come through.
Yeah.
Come through.
Kgabz, thank you very much for coming through to the show, man. You're a star.
Oh, you're also gonna come on my show, by the way.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So
Ladies,
thank you.
Yeah, man. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Analogie Culture. DJ Ndo-C out. #pa. Woo.
Thank you, sir.